Today we are here with Toni Saraiva.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's always the pronunciation. And with four fabulous entrepreneurs, we will learn from their experiences what is it to be an entrepreneur in a different environment, different culture.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mia. We've got four people that you might have spoken with already. So Katerina who has a couple of businesses, maybe even more that I don't know of. The one he hosted the new entrepreneur with is a company called Bridge, and he will present Bridge in a moment. It's a very interesting organization that works across countries. Alina is coming over from Romania, and she will speak about her business idea, how she got involved in the project and what she wanted to get out of it. Then we've got James Pegg from the company Jennison, based in Southampton, into e-learning, and we'll get to know a little bit more in a second. And finally, Katerina from Greece, the new entrepreneur coming to stay with Jennison and share the experience. So if I can start maybe with Katerina, as you're the closest to me, tell us a little bit more about Bridge and what you do.
Anyway, Bridge is what it says actually, is a link between Britain and Romania, and with the potential to be developed to other parts of the world. But we've started between Hampshire and a region in Romania, and we're going to take it from Hampshire to other regions in Britain and to other regions in Romania. And its purpose is to create and to empower small and medium enterprises through a specifically designed procedure to be at large, finding opportunities, investing, finding partners, and being successful in exporting. Because exporting is a big problem for a lot of the Hampshire companies. There are over 60,000 companies in Hampshire alone, and amongst them, very few are exporting, and even fewer into Romania. And Romania, like many other markets in Central Europe, is a very good market, and unfortunately nobody knows about it. So my role, our organization, is to promote this and to make things simple.
Very good, thank you. And Alina?
Is that both ways?
It works both ways, yes. I'm not going to go into technical details, but
we will cover that further on in the discussion as well.
Yeah.
So Alina, when you were in Romania, what was your idea? What was your business idea before coming here?
Okay, first of all, my name is Alina. I am from Romania. I am a young entrepreneur. I wanted to be very clear that, okay.
Now sitting next to me, of course, everyone.
So, my idea wasn't an idea, was a company from 2 years.
Okay.
An IT company. We made a mobile application and site web, but also I opened an NGO, like a cluster, Organised. And how I found about this idea? Honestly, I wanted to develop European project, and I found about Erasmus Plus, and I wanted to apply like a host entrepreneur, like organization, Intermediary. But I wanted to find more about inside, about the platform, what is happening. And I sent my business idea, when the business was really existed. And after that, in 2 days they accepted me. And when I was searching in that database, I found the name Katerina. It's a public person in Romania. I knew about him. I wanted to know personally, and I wrote a message, text message, an email, I think. After that, he called me. I was freezing and I can't answer. And after that, he accepted me in that. It's the first time I know that. After that, he accepted me in the program, and I received official that okay, you are accepted. So for 3 months you can go in. I hope to happen something like that, but was unexpected. So after 1 month, I came here.
Maybe we'll cover that in another moment.
Was enough.
No, it's good for just the context of your business.
Okay.
We'll see that in a moment. James and Katerina. Katerina. Yeah, tell well James first.
Our organisation is a company called Jenison e-learning solutions. We're based in Southampton, Hedge End. Really quite a small business. There's only six full-time employees and 2 part-time employees. We are a UK-based publisher of e-learning content. We've got around 560-ish e-learning courses that are used business to business, schools, colleges, universities, covering quite a broad range of subject areas. We've got an interesting revenue channels. We've got a traditional business-to-business mechanism. We have a reseller channel as well. So we have partnerships with organisations that resell our content for a percentage share. And more recently, we've extremely recently, within the last 2 weeks, we've entered into the business-to-consumer channel, which is where really the pretty much immediate fit, I think, from getting Katerina's CV and her business plan. There was a definite synergy between what Katerina is wanting to do and where we were about 12 weeks ago. Still very, very early days on the business to consumer. We're under 2 weeks since we launched, so it's a little bit too early to report back successes. As I'm sure many will know, launching a consumer brand with a limited budget is tricky. But this is where Katerina's help has been extremely useful over the last few weeks and months.
So Katerina, when you were in Greece, you had an idea already.
Yeah, I had an idea, but the idea came from me doing some e-learning courses online. Universities around the world nowadays do free courses. So when I searched a little bit in Greek, I found nothing. So that's how I started to think that this is a market gap and I could probably develop a business here, like offer some free courses in Greek. And my business revenue will probably come from advertising. So that was the original thought. And also a unique characteristic that I thought I could incorporate in the business was to have like a forum so that users could interact. So it would be like a common space that everybody learns from each other. So that was the original thought. And then I started searching.
So we started searching, and you got to hear about Jenison. How exactly?
Actually, they found me, I think, because my application was in the system. I had contacted some businesses and didn't really match because they didn't really know what they wanted. They just wanted a person there, and they didn't really have a plan about what I would be trained on. So I wasn't really happy and was just on the system waiting. So one day I saw the mail that somebody tried to contact me.
So James appeared.
Yeah.
I appeared from nowhere.
So the first contact you had between the two of you was done by Skype, I guess, or some phone calls, or some emails?
Probably, I think it was email.
Email, yeah.
Yeah, it was initially email, but I think because it was so evident from Katerina's business plan and the CV that there was a definite synergy. Yeah. And it was almost a chance, really, or the thinking was it was a chance for Katerina to maybe learn from the experience of launching somebody else's branch before maybe.
Yeah,
there we go, that works.
Just a precision, just for my brownie points. How did you see this CV and business plan before? How did you get to hear about it?
It was your good self.
My good self that sent it to you.
Yeah, that search. So I mean, I have to say, you've done very well to match, a skill set and plan against a company. Yeah. Lucky that we were doing the brand though at the same time, but there's a definite match really, which was really good.
And for you, the experience, how did you? Well, you found mainly on the database by looking into the database, you found Karin personality, and you got on. And the first contact was just by email. But did you speak with each other? Did you try to define the project together?
Yes. As soon as I saw the opportunity of Alina's experience coming here and then taking it back to Romania, clicked in my mind. I called her straight away.
Okay.
And we had a chat.
And the project that you had together, what did it entail? Well, what was it? Because you finished the relationship officially at the beginning of June. So
yes.
What have you developed together?
Well, now she's gonna continue working for us.
Okay.
And she's gonna take. She's gonna be our right hand, and she's gonna take everything back to Romania and back here. She's gonna take her time here and in Romania, going in between, and growing this to actually spreading this model to other regions of both Romania and Britain, whilst also looking to help other entrepreneurs that are already making steps through the platform into Romania. So it's a lot going on.
And also apply for global funds together.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So you've got the links between the two countries. We've got already two partners in two different countries. So that's good. But because Alina was working often next to my office, and she was working a lot on the IT development as well. So that was the first priority, the website, the platform to be developed.
The whole scheme is, the whole concept has two deliverables. One is to create a space where everyone can not only learn about opportunities, but also apply for opportunities and actually follow this opportunity very easily without the barriers that are traditionally on in between two cultures and two countries. The second dimension of this endeavor is to make certain that we take it further. We grow businesses' confidence and entrepreneurs' confidence into looking to a new market in a different way without actually going outside their sphere of confidence, mitigating risks, and so on. So whilst this is based on a mass media platform, it's a web platform that has some procedures you work through and you get to the results, and my role is to actually take and negotiate on behalf of British and Hampshire businesses with Romanian local authorities, for instance, for all sorts of facilities and conditions, from hotels to business space and employing people, even managing their businesses in Romania, because we have a country-wide network of people and logistics at the disposition of every company here.
Very interesting, thank you. So you came up with the new consumer brand. I saw Katerina launching it on LinkedIn recently, something called Shoot Up. No?
Yeah, well done, yeah, well spotted.
Okay, and the name came. Is there a Greek connection there or not at all?
No, I suppose the name was something that was about 2 years old actually. The domain was originally acquired, and it's a bit of a play, tutor, or tutor, it's spelled CHOOTA, so tutor.com, so it was a bit of a play with tutor, being in the sort of educational sort of sector. So no, the name was there, but that was pretty much it 12 weeks ago. So
Katerina came in, and what have you worked on? What was the everyday activities between the two of you? Katerina, please.
We had like a plan. We started with marketing research, searching the competition, setting the social media channels, starting to finding content, and going on with this. And then here the next month I started developing a little bit a course, try to translate a course in Greek.
Okay.
So that's what I'm working right now. It's going pretty good. Learning a lot of stuff to include video and audio and stuff like that. So that's something I've never done before. I'm pretty happy.
So we, put tutor. Say that it started from a blank piece of paper to a fully automated system and online shop. And this week we've done our first Groupon deal, so it's being pushed out through them. So it's quite an exciting couple of weeks. But the research for price points and etc. was all done with Katerina, and the thinking was that although her model initially is a free model, that may change in the future. But what was really important from the start is that our relationship is that it gives Katerina something to maybe take back to Greece, because our content of 560 odd courses has been developed, acquired over the last 15 to 20 years. I'm sure Katerina can see how long it takes to produce a course, do the authoring and the actual production process. So our thinking is that maybe there's an opportunity for Katerina to actually take our content, translate it, and potentially resell or provide access back in Greece. So we would need to work on an arrangement, but it certainly looks like there could be something going forward post this programme as well, for both of us.
Yeah. But was Greece a market you considered before?
No, it's not one that we've considered. I suppose we've been quite lucky in the fact that our client base have generally come to us rather than us go out there and get it. And that sounds a bit bulgy and a bit arrogant, but it's not been a market that we've looked in. We are looking big markets in South Africa and East Asia.
So maybe English availability.
Yeah. So, but we haven't considered Greece, but there's
you might consider Romania next.
Romania as well.
Why not you to exchange
Yes.
contacts? Because
of course,
it's a big market. Right. Well, going back maybe a step. So we received what you're developing. In terms of practicalities, the program is supporting financially the new entrepreneurs. So each entrepreneur, depending on which country they go to, receive a grant that is a monthly grant. So it varies. In the UK, you got €1,000 every month. That's not massive, I guess. And have you been okay finding a place to live? How did you organize yourselves, Katerina and Alina? The first, when you got accepted, you got your €1,000 one. Hopefully at the start. And there's some challenges there with Katerina.
I didn't actually get the money, but okay.
In an ideal world, you got the money straight away, but you didn't.
Yeah.
So you had to organize yourself to
Yeah.
come here and find accommodation. Did you get support from your host, or how did you make it happen?
Actually, I really arranged everything on my own, to be honest. She was really helpful in the phase that I was searching for businesses, and I was doing my business plan, and I was asking questions about the road. That part was really okay. But then for accommodation and stuff, they did offer me like a guide and stuff like that, but the guide was just some websites. And so I think you really have to be determined to search yourself and to know that you have to devote time and effort to achieve what you want.
And did you have much time between the acceptance and you coming here?
I had like 2 or 3 weeks, I think.
Okay, so it's fairly short
Yeah. That's why I was on the phones and mails and stuff like that, but I found a place, so and I'm pretty happy where I am now, so it's okay.
So you're going to
it was really stressful, but now it's okay.
You're going to stay there, not move out. So
Yeah.
Okay. And Alina, how was your research and was tough as well?
Not really.
No?
No, it was very easy, but not the best condition ever, accommodation. Because I found only in one day I found the accommodation, so it's very quick, very fast, yeah. But indeed, the money is not enough.
Okay.
It's very hard to, and in Romania was a problem with the immediate organization, with the money and delay in the payment. I don't know if I need to say something like that, but it's true.
No,
This is the
say the
only
truth.
problem.
Katerina had the same problem.
Yes,
it was slow
and
to
you
go.
need to support this program on my own. No, it was okay. No problem.
But you're able to survive here somehow, but not thrive. That's the problem. But did you manage to continue your activities with your Romanian business, the cluster and your IT company? Have you been managing both your
With the IT
exchange?
company, it's dead now. Almost dead, but with the IT cluster, yes.
The IT cluster is dead.
Yes, I keep in touch and also for the platform. And I support them with new contacts, business contacts, and new proposals.
So there's possibility, but your IT company itself, you
it's
left
very hard
it.
now in Romania to survive an IT company because pay the employers is very, very cheap, and we don't have a very good market, so that's a little problem. But in the future, why not? Because 2 years was enough for me, and
Okay, so
with
that's
good results. So
the new
now
phase of
something
your life.
bigger, yeah, next step, and find new opportunities. Yeah.
Okay, very good. I must say, I pay my new entrepreneurs very quickly, before they go. Because just to explain how it works, the money is allocated from the organization that sends the new entrepreneur abroad, and they are in charge of managing the money going to the new entrepreneur. So when somebody comes to the UK, is their host in Romania or in Greece that manages this aspect. So my new entrepreneurs pay very quickly. Okay. So that's for the aspect of payment. But in terms of your life here, you've been to business meetings. I've seen Alina going to events with you. That was part of the strategy, sharing all your contacts, sharing your activities. I guess that was important for you to develop your knowledge of people here and make contacts.
Essential for me.
Essential.
And not only that, also change a lot of aspects in my business and my personal life and new vision, and it's not only the...
And your priority at the start as well was to improve your English.
Yes, you know that.
I know.
I'm still scared, but now I'm speaking. First was, no, don't ask me anything in English. Yeah.
So you're much more confident about it.
Still not very well my English, but I'm speaking, so.
And Katerina, in terms of the knowledge and the contacts you've made here so far, can you take some of them and use them in the future, you think?
Yes, of course. The idea why I choose to come to the UK, because it's a really big market, and when you think learning, you think in Europe, I mean, you think the UK. So I was really looking for an e-learning provider, and I think I found the perfect match, because I don't think I could have found something better, because I have already worked in the marketing area, in the developing area, and some management area. So and hopefully I will learn more in the last month, and I will take all this knowledge back and apply it and probably adapt it a little bit in the Greek market.
And in terms of the length of the stay, so Alina, you got first 3 months, which was expanded by 1 month, because it's a possibility to extend the stay as the funds are available up to 6 months. That's anything between 1 and 6 months. And in terms of length of stay, do you think that was adequate? That was enough? That was the good time?
Never it's enough.
It's never
Even
enough?
if it was 2 years, it's not enough.
Okay. And in the perspective of Katerina, do you think in the space of 3 or 4 months, you feel Alina has the skills or tools to take on the work that you've shared together and go back to Romania with it?
I had to be convinced of potential before she came here.
Right.
That's why I had to talk to her beforehand and to understand whether or not she's the right person. She might have been very right for something else, not for what I thought we needed to do. And she came with the appropriate baggage of knowledge. But what I think she gained here is she's been exposed to this culture, which is very vibrant, which is very effective in the way business runs, and Britain is one of the best. And I think this is what she takes mostly to Romania, not only the networking, but the whole culture, the whole approach, and the new horizon which has been built, and the opening for her potential cluster, and going back into partnering with other organizations and taking good news.
Katerina, you're here for 3 months
Yes.
as well.
The original idea was to stay like for 4 months or so, but I didn't get approved for a longer period. I think 3 months is okay, but a couple of months more would have been better, because I would have the opportunity to go more in depth in some information in some processes, I think.
Yes, that's one of the problems of the project. There is limited funds, of course, and the time span agreed with the new entrepreneurs is mainly based on money availability. It's also based on what you want to achieve, what you want to learn. But at the end of the day, it looks like most will benefit from longer, but it's not always possible. Especially in the UK, it's an expensive country at €1,000. Even if €1,000 is not that much, as you understood. So, okay. And in terms, finally, in terms of hosts, was it challenging at some point to have this foreign body in your organization? Not being any negative in the terminology, but it's somebody coming from outside that doesn't really know much about your company, that you didn't, well, you chose, but not as you take a normal employee, I would guess. How did you deal with this new person around you?
Katerina has been no trouble whatsoever. I think really from day one. I mean, I think we are actually 6 weeks into this. I think we are kind of halfway through right now. So, but right from day one, it was clear that Katerina had done a lot of research on us and arguably knew more about Jenison than I did to start off with. But no, not been any concern whatsoever. Very, very quick to learn. Language is not a problem at all, and the work that she puts in and the creative, the thinking side of things that is difficult to teach somebody to do in many senses is there. Myself and the CEO could not have wanted anybody different really, but no, it's all good. So
on the same with Katerina.
Well, the difference is that I wanted something else.
No?
What I wanted is that I can replicate Alina in about 3 or 4. It would have been much better because she had to do quite so much. But now that I'm thinking of your question, circumstances were such that it was quite due to some important projects in our company. I was quite scarce with my presence or my tutorial, my relation with Alina, so I had to actually throw her in the water and give her the full responsibility of doing certain things from the very beginning. But you see, perhaps that's my nature. When I look at somebody, I see what that person can become. And I saw this in Alina the first time, and I thought I'm in good and safe hands in terms of relations, because in this business, particularly at this phase of development and bridge, I think personal relations are very important, and the way you come across and the message comes across. And I think she was brilliant in doing that, and now technically she was able to double this capability of likability with perfect technical knowledge. And being a woman as well has helped because she's very organized, like everyone else.
Okay. Well, I can reassure you, you can maybe not clone Alina, but as a host, the host can take on new entrepreneurs one after the other. It's not limited. Unfortunately for new entrepreneurs, it's a one-time opportunity. But once you've done your business, developed it for 3 years, the new entrepreneurs can become hosts as well. So it's not the end of the journey. So you can have another idea, and we can organize that next. Well, maybe not exactly, I did not think so, yeah.
If, Toni, I don't mean to be neither repetitive or, just too praising, but it's been really great to have this opportunity. Really. I didn't, unfortunately, a lot of us, we don't realize the importance of these things because we are too busy. The moment you come and talk to us about this idea, say, oh, that's fantastic. We step out your door and everything is gone. But if we would be, you'd be good in helping me to achieve this stage in which I was able to get this, this is going. And I would love to be able to do it again if I can qualify.
Yeah. Definitely qualify. We see it looks like a success. Your relationship, so why not? I'll work on this. Okay, the last point, and that's more general before we open to you and close. As new and experienced entrepreneurs, to the audience that is here, what would be your advice if they were to join this scheme? What do they need to do really to make it a success? Katerina.
I think to really know what you want to learn and to also know what the company wants from you. I would like to have a set goals and plans before starting, because then there will be no frustration or disappointment. And also for the new entrepreneur, because he or she is going to a new country, to be really prepared, learn about the country, the documents, the way of communicating and interacting with people. This will help, I think, to have a better stay at here.
Okay. James?
I don't think there's anything. I think from our perspective, this was something completely new. I didn't realise that we could maybe replicate it again. Perhaps the only thing I would say is that perhaps I would agree, we probably needed to support a little bit more in finding a accommodation for Katerina. It just happened so quickly. We've always through the finance thing at the beginning, the CEO and myself were prepared to cover some of the living costs if Katerina was. So I think that there needs to be. We were quite happy to fund accommodation and anything else if necessary.
Right. So, what to do to make it a success, Alina?
From my point of view, it is a success. But I think if it's compatibility between the two entrepreneurs and get involved, will be a successful setup. If they share the same vision.
So probably good discussion, good understanding of each other right at the start, and then it's guaranteed success afterwards. And can you finally the last?
Well, I think it's like a marriage. You have to know what you do before you're doing it, before you commit to it. So as long as at the beginning you set things straight, so you know exactly what to expect and you manage these expectations, I think this would be a success. And luckily you don't need to do anything else, but to just naturally, and I actually concur with everything you said, it's absolutely true.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much for your time and your presentations. Any questions maybe from the audience?
Well, I'm Lori, I'm a young entrepreneur, I think. I've been in business for the last 10 months, working in European projects. I'm quite aware of all the support. And I'm looking to do probably Erasmus for young entrepreneurs as not a host, a new entrepreneur, to go to Spain, probably to do e-learning actually. So I was looking a bit for how I can do it, but I've got already an idea of the organization that might be able to host me, but we'll see how it goes. So that's something I was thinking that maybe hearing what you were saying about 3 months is short, but obviously I've got my own business here. So it's about looking at how I can spread maybe the months, or thinking carefully about the time I want to dedicate, because at the end you build your relationship together really by being maybe 3 months time, and you achieve a lot of more, and you've got a product at the end of it, which is brilliant. So I think maybe I will rethink. I was thinking maybe to go just 4 months, but maybe I will think to spread for a longer time.
But one thing you can do as well, we can split the times. It can be 1 month now and 1 month in a few months' time, this kind of things.
Yeah.
Or we could reduce it to a bit less, but that gets complicated after to manage.
Sure.
And the host needs to be flexible on this as well. So. So we are done. Thanks again.
Well, thank you. Thanks very much.
Thank you.